Okay, Aura of Intelligence, short and fast. Talking about building a human aura, a digital aura for the internet. The problem is human biases, the negative ones like fear, hatred, jealousy, poverty, waste. We want to decrease those biases and increase the biases such as joyful, responsible abundance. Build a basic block style aura to start with, then increase to social web, then customize it, like customizing it all the time for visual interfaces. Uh, Body scan, values and interests, data visualizations, goal setting, timing, mind palaces, maps of known worlds. We've got a wireframe already. Target audience is 300 million people in yoga practitioners. $2.5 billion US industry. There's a very big total addressable market. It gets even bigger when you look at Buddhism and Hinduism with 1.7 billion followers that are all aware of the idea of auras and chakras. And it gets even bigger if you look at Tai Chi, China. We go through the social web. Once we've got it working aura, so we've got almost working aura, you can select these boxes. With a bit of help from our 3ds Max and Unity developers, we can start to take the information that is in the wireframe. So build your aura, you connect your body ratios, so you have your social proximities, your size of eyes, and distance between, height, your body preferences, so we can compute from the front camera where the position in space is of your face and the phone, and then it can position your aura, connect in your social media, organize that into your data matrix, then into your aura around you. The data matrix gets bigger as you get further away, and then you can have your maps and stellar constellations. We put in our timing and signals, counters, reminders, ceremonies, learning, work, community, weather, work. Set up our algorithms, gaze detection, face detection, object detection, hand detection, like all these cool stuff. The more information you put in, like your favorites lists, your values, your virtues, your emotion, your preferences, things that you like, your wish lists, family, your public life goals, learning, all that kind of jazz. The more information you put in, more core values you associate with colors, and then we can start to run a opportunities nearby simulation. Anyway, let's get out of this. We've only got short and fast. Go back to social web, Aura Affinity. There's thousands of businesses around the world with Aura in their trading name, from cities, well-being, accommodation, creative industries. That could be a new marketplace. That can be an organic network of support for 3D Aura operating systems. Clothing. So we can get all sorts of different clothing. We can set up a drop shipping store for Aura and chakra type clothing. We can sell them on Instagram. We've got a Patreon page that I've just started. We've got a Trello list. The Aura of and clothing with values and powerful clothing for powerful people is about creating a data set where we can visualize on the planet whereabouts people hold different values by selling them clothing. It's non-personal. We can just block it to cities, so We can help to increase the bias for responsible abundance and decrease the bias for fear and the negative ones. Evolve into smart clothing, software design brief. So it's user experience, user interface wireframe tool for people to build their own 3D auras. So rather than giving them a finished product, we want a tool that is custom set up, kind of like this Mock Plus tool, but just customized for building auras. And must contain life planning tools, lists, calendars, timers, mind maps, and more. Import and display online media content from major vendors such as social media and news outlets, governments, private sector. Mobile phone ready, headset ready for VR, AR configurations. Allow the user to install and tune their own machine learning algorithms or buy through in-app purchases existing machine learning algorithms that we offer for sale. Include environmental and icon libraries for tagging with different languages to allow for translations, and a backup system. So there's 10 hardware design briefs. Aura City of Colour on the Sunshine Coast is interested once there's a final demonstrable product to see. That's 20,000 homes being built in the next 10 years. If we can build a system a family-sized system of 2 adults and up to 3 children, where they can all be on augmented reality or virtual reality headsets at the same time in the same virtual space, we will be able to integrate thousands of computers to be sold in that area. There's several cities around the world that are also got Aura in their trading name. It increases the learning capacity of the community. We'll get into the further down capsule hotels as well. Television reality TV shows that are renovating or building. If we get a few of these auras of different from mansions, from middle class and lower class, entry level, we'll have a great market there. Luxury retirement villages. In the next 30 years, people over the age of 60 is expected to double from 962 million in 2017 to 2.1 billion in 2050. That's massive. We start in luxury, then go through the uplift the lower class into the middle class. Huge potential there. Also the disability estimation and rehabilitation sector. Aura accommodation, relaxation and mindfulness retreats. Do a couple of simulations for a variety of sections of retreat, and we'll have a huge market there around the world. Automated vehicles are coming. People being able to bring their own preferences from vehicle to vehicle will be a very good thing, and we can also use them for demonstrations. Hardware design for good people in the community, such as Australian of the Year or Bharat Ratna award recipients. Give them a top of the range prize that is an Aura simulation system and computer. That'll help them to further their research and their good deeds. Also for emergency civil services and scientific research, such like that, so that the communication of what they're doing and they can get better and do more faster. Entertainment for Aura 5G internet clouds for clubs and socializing places, entertainment value. When there's 3,000 people that have already built an Aura on their mobile phones going into a venue, then their Aura personalities can all mix and mingle and organise the networking for the event, so people get to know the better, get introduced to the people that they need to be to get that further their goals faster. Capsule hotels and first class or business class flights. Capsule hotels, if they're integrated with Aura systems and public services, can help to generate money and ideas and labour for cleaning up cities. So let's take India for example, smart cities. If you've got 160, 300, 500 beds in a city that's got poor infrastructure, it's polluted, air pollution, rubbish everywhere, you want to clean that up. People pay to stay for a night in the pods. That money goes towards public infrastructure. They use the first of all, they take videos of the city. They do simulation. We have a couple of thousand graphics processing units in the building, where half the time it's computing cryptocurrency for clean tech rewards, and then the other time it's simulating a city-sized simulation from all the video that the people who stay there have collected during the day during the community service. Then at night, when they're meditating and learning on the Aura system, they can go through the 3D simulation. They can input beautification ideas, so the ideas are not lost. They can then be reviewed by the government and the civil society, so that people can vote up and down to do different things with parklands, different waste reduction techniques, whether they create simulations for vacuum assisted waste removal that can also suck air through filtration devices, how to clean up the electricity grids so that the wires are no longer messy birds' nests everywhere. They are then hidden and neat and fault proof, so that there's no downtime and much more efficient use of electricity. All these things can be built if you have a large computer in a city, you have a accommodation there, and people are coming in to offer their time and their knowledge, so the ideas don't get lost. You've got visualizations that people can understand and contribute to, and then you've got time management tools, you've got money as well, all contributing to the uplifting of the city. It can go, like, depending on what the city is and what it needs, it can be education, you can do different themes. And similarly, on cruise ships, you could have a cruise ship kitted out with computers and servers, and then they go around to different cities and ports. Then people get off the ship, they go capture lots of data with their mobile phones about the city. They tag all the locations with different languages so that language translation can occur. They create a simulation of the city, they provide that to the local government, and then the community can start to put their beautification and upgrades and all that sort of stuff over the top of it. So one cruise ship could do many cities and create revenue, education. You could also go into sexual education, but that one has to be addressed by each individual community depending on what their personal beliefs are. But with mobile phones, ARKit, there's already 1 billion mobile phones with ARKit and ARCore. By the end of this year, 2019, there will be close to 2 billion, and by 2022 we'll have 3.5 billion devices by an estimate by Artillery Intelligence. So these devices will be so it's essentially the best app, like Uber and Waze, took 2 to 3 years to emerge, and like late 2019 is the biggest opportunity for Aura to take over the market, and that means having the opportunity to overtake Google Play Store, overtake Apple iTunes as the new app platform for the augmented reality and virtual reality space. So that is the short and fast version of Aura. Luke Hayes, advisory board member of Space Development Nexus, founder of Aura Oz, Millionaire Aura, Gamify Democracy and Gadget Earth. Get in touch via LinkedIn or Aura of Intelligence, or become my first patron on Aura of Intelligence, and I can give you a much more detailed overview of the business plan, There's a lot of ways to approach this. I'm in India at the moment. I'll be looking for an executive assistant, a senior program and events coordinator for GADRA Earth, the Global Association for Joyful Responsible Abundance, and some Unity developers, Unreal Engine developers, and we'll be looking at talking to the School of AI for some support in the artificial intelligence section. So yeah, this was the short and fast version. If you want to have more information, get in contact with me. auraofintelligence@gmail.com, or +9 on WhatsApp, +91 6239 013 482. Cool. Hope I'll talk to you soon, and I'll be at the India Unity Developers Conference May 25th in Delhi. So that's a good place where you can meet if you're in India. Otherwise, yeah, I'll be in India until between 20th of May and 31st of May. Then I'll be heading to Goa and Kolhapur, Pune. And then I've got about 2 weeks from the 10th till the 25th of June, where we'll be able to organise something before I have to go back to Australia for my brother's wedding. But I've got a 1-year visa for India from the 24th of April, so I'll be back and we can get in touch and get this ball rolling as soon as possible. Hopefully you believe in the power of auras as much as I do, and we can make a really big splash in the augmented reality, smartphone and artificial intelligence area for wellness, health, well-being, travel, education, participatory governance, clean earth, sustainable development goals, all that great stuff, and roll towards a really big plan, a 6-year plan 5-year plan to initial public offering in 2024, and then 2025 a really big global festival series. So, alright, thanks, short and fast.